evening. My name is Trevi Truck. No, my name is Everett Carty. I'm Lopez Noel, and welcome to this live chat. Now, this is the second live chat. The very first one. No, don't worry, I don't have COVID. The very first one, I was a little frazzled and a little confused, and I was high-strung, and I didn't exactly know what I was getting into. Now I do. So, for those of you who are jumping on, you obviously are going through the long process. Now here is a couple of reminders and things to remember. Do not ever, under any circumstances, the last thing that you want to do is shut your computer. That is the absolute worst thing. Because then you have to go through that process again. You have to open up your computer. It signs you out of YouTube. You have to sign back in. Sign into the chat. Fill in your information. Because this is the Edmonton system. Because, these videos have to be put through security. They have to. And I certainly feel more comfortable doing that because we don't want, pedophiles or, mean people or, hackers or those types of people, criticizing us and, attacking us with, written threats and, just really, bad, unsafe internet and unhealthy internet. Just to avoid any of that, you have to, be, having the license, and you have to, have the information. If you make a comment and you shut your computer, all of the comments that you made and all of your knowledge, your whole, status there will go away. And you don't want to do that to very, very well craftily worded sentences or, a paragraph that you write. That leads me to the next thing. Make sure that we are using good digital sportsmanship, that we're being kind to each other, not, saying mean things or not giving criticism that is not constructive criticism. I really, really encourage and implore criticism as long as it is constructive criticism to others. So I prefer that you would put thought into, your answers and, look at the, kind of the grammatics of as you're writing. Because I was looking at the last chat, and I wanted some improvement on that. Now, it doesn't have to be formal. It just has to be slightly semi-formal. So make sure that what you're saying is, has very, very good information, generally yet detailed information, and it has, some meat to it, that it has some substance to it. Okay? I really, really cannot wait to see what you have written down for the, the India word activity that I'm going to be doing with the in-person people. There's a lot of things that they're doing that I don't have to worry, about with you, and you don't have to worry about doing, so that's phenomenal. I definitely think that we will be doing these more often. Usually I just make a video and then send it out to, people through their drive if they were not there through the meeting. I have never done one of these up until the first one today. So it's still super duper exciting, okay? Enjoy. You can jump on at any time, although I prefer to start, and then see it entirely through until the end. You can always go back and rewatch this video. Okay? Everybody, I think that is all. Oh, there's one more thing. We're going to be watching two videos, hopefully two videos. we may watch the 2 videos, but judging upon how the technology in this room works, we may watch one here and then one in the living room. Or we may watch both in the living room. I really don't know, but hopefully I'm going to do everything in my power to get it to work and to make that the situation. Now, when it comes to the videos, I really want to encourage you to please watch the videos separately. Don't sit there and have the browser where you're sitting with the chat and then you're watching a recording of me filming it at a high angle with it being clunky because it's recording over something that, they're seeing on the screen. They're not here yet, so anyway. Because you're not going to really gain anything from it. Because, you're not going to be, very interested in it and take it that seriously and focus on the information and really absorb it very well if the quality is not good. So watch it at the same rate as we are watching. Also, all of you should have a copy of History Alive, World Connections, okay? And, I will tell you the pages. You can either do it online or in printed, but all of you have got to have a copy of that yet, okay? And I believe that, that's all, okay? There's no telling when the next meeting's going to be. For other meetings, this is going to be divided into 3 days. So today, tomorrow, and then Sunday. Throughout the whole weekend, okay? And, the moon and Taurus. So, thank you everybody. For those who are now jumping on, or for those who jump on after this, I would highly encourage you to go back and re-listen to my whole spiel so that you understand everything. I think that it's the most drawn out and detailed ever, and it should be, because this is the last time. So, thank you everybody, and I will not be attending to you, very much, because it's too many things to worry about. So it is going to be your responsibility. You need to take the initiative. It's your prerogative to know when to type, what to type. Okay, some of the pauses may be longer than others, so you might come on when I start it back, and and I would definitely take advantage of the pause. So when the video is paused, that would be a good opportunity to get your charger. Make sure that your computer is charged. That's a great thing. You can use it and you can have it charged. Go to the restroom, get a drink, do this, do that. So it's not going to be as long and time consuming as the very first one was. So it should run along very smoothly. I really believe that is all, everybody. Thank you very much for listening, and now let's begin. I'm just gonna let people in. Don't worry about what it says on the board, okay? Just wait. I just want everybody to come in and then get seated. Anyway, there's no seating chart, so you don't have to worry about that. Just find a seat. And then I'm going to play a couple songs until everybody can get in here, and then we'll begin. Yeah. sit on the couch, don't sit here, because you're going to get in the film. I'm just going to write something down for Realm Club is here. Ooh. This is something that my admittance doing for the head voice audio. So let's see. World connections. Realm section. Okay, we want to get a little couple more people in here and then we'll get going. This we don't have enough people because I want to give people enough time to get in here, and then I want people to have enough time to sign in. So there's going to be 2 songs, and then that's going to be it. Okay, I was worried that was not in here. This is a different edition of it. Okay, 373. So, reminders that the edition online may be different than the edition here. So just remember that. So it's going to take a little bit of working around. So 373. 373. 373. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to bookmark this page, and then we're going to be continuing. I just want to do a little quick content check here, just to make sure that, we use that, doesn't matter. Just to make sure that this is, oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so I just want to just kind of just scroll through this to see. So, which one? Okay, and then, okay, yeah, okay, so that's as much as we want to cover. All right. It's a really, really good thing that we're doing it this way. Okay. So, when that introduction is over, when both of the introductions is over, I am not going to open my doors up again. So if you were to come knocking on that door, or better yet, that door is going to be shut, and I'm going to make sure of it. That this door is shut. You have to go around the other door, and I'm going to lock it. This is a dead door now. Derby door, something like that. You go around the front door. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to have any interruptions. I'm not going to have any of those types of wrinkles. Nor am I going to have any commentary, any criticisms that are not constructive. Because I really, really don't want or need that right now. Because we have to get into it. Because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. And I don't want to waste time doing an introduction and chatting activity, so I am feeling fresh after having dinner, and I want to strike when the iron is hot. So if you have any questions concerning yourself that don't involve what we're doing, or they don't involve the group, this group is a collective, you need to wait till after dinner, after this, meeting to answer them. Okay? Virtual people, I should have already given you all of the little criteria, about what to do, with the chat, so you don't need to worry about that, okay? What's going to be happening now, everybody, is before I say welcome and I, introduce, myself to all of you and just kind of my, summary and everything. Here is what all of you need to do. I have it written up on the board. Okay, and I want to moderate this, the moon in Taurus, central, stable, grounded, very, very into things like, art and nature and food. Best time to indulge. I'm going to be using my air wisely, and I'm going to work on editing myself. So many people tell me, oh, your recordings are so long. I try. So, I am not going to be doing any talking. I am not going to be doing any talking because all of those words, are written down right here. One word of things written out is worth all of the words that I don't want to have to use extra mental energy on. I want to get straight into it. So you have 5 minutes. Well, let's say you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes, okay, to get through all of these things. Read every single thing in here. Remember, do all of this in order. Now, you don't have to go to the trouble of, having to go over to the Menton building and having to ask an adolescent to help you with the chairs and then the tables and then the desks, and then having to take them and go on the elevator, go back to the, level floor, and then, going on ground, going up the steps to the front door, taking them in. Ugh, okay, sounds exhausting to say it. So you don't have to worry about that, but these are all of the steps, okay, right here. And even I have the reasons for the food and drink, and also the sticky note that I want you to do. And I have an example of what that's going to look like here. Okay, so you can all get to that right now. I'm going to be having you come up to the board. I'm going to be having you come up to the board and read it, and then follow all of the steps. Okay, because I don't want to have to go through them. Okay. So, anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. So, well, that would, defeat the purpose for, what I just said. So it lays everything out. Everything out that you need. So these are just the beginning introduction procedure that we need to get through quickly. So, when I pause this recording, you can come and look at the board. You should not be in the film, okay? So, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pause it, and then you guys can get to it. You should all be done with these steps until 7:30. So at 7:25. It's actually, more like 7:23:24. You should all be done. Also, if you're planning to use the couch, then you can't sit over there because you'll be in the film. Sit over there. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, everybody. Now, I just want to adjust this a little bit. Oh! Shoot. Okay. See, that's what happens. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. Now, hope I didn't scratch my finger. Okay, so yeah, that's beautiful. I want it high, but I don't want it too high. Ridiculously high. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the board over because we're going to get straight into it. So, I am Labimbi Noble, or Labimbi Leon, Lopez Noel, rather, because I'm a male. My real name is Trevi Truck, or Everett Curdy. I was born early sun, and the moon is in Libra, rising in Sagittarius, so this is one of my thriving seasons. And also born in 2004. So, that's going to be, an example, just, to learn about me. Well, I could go on and on and on. But, I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to take the time and do that. So, I have some information about me on my page. So if you go to, my, Minton page, you can, read about all my, bio information, favorite vacation, favorite food, least favorite vacation, least favorite food, all of those things. Okay? Now, but we have to keep going. So, this India Clubus is going to be lasting for 3 days. It is going to be taking 3 days' time. Today, tomorrow, Sunday. Today is the first meeting. So, Clubus is a combination of a club and a class. So if you're thinking about a club, a place where you can go, because you want to, it's completely free, but it's a class because, hello, you're sitting in desks and we're going to be reading and talking about things and doing the things that you do in the class. I promise you, this is not indoctrination. This is not teaching you how to think and telling you, what, procedures to do and, conditioning you to clone, all of those things. No. So, think of this as kind of a college-type class, but it's also, a club. That's where I get the idea of it. Okay? So this is semi-independent. This is what is called semi-independent. This is not fully independent because of the things that you need to do for this, but it is completely optional. Because if I say independent, then you're going to be indignant, you're going to be questioning that, and it's just not going to make sense. Believe me, I know, because I've been an English teacher at the high school, and I know the game that they play. So, don't even get me started with that. That's what a clubus is. Okay? So you should have already got your, your textbooks, because we're going to be reading, a couple sections from, a chapter today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Okay? Meeting today, the things that we're going to be doing today are, we are going to be, starting off with, talking about, doing a little introduction activity. So what that's going to look like is I have a rectangle box right here, and it's like when I say India, what are the first things what are the things that you think of when I say India? It can be anything. It can be historical events. It can be culture. It can be cuisine. Anything having to do with India. Then we're going to be watching a video on the Indian caste system, and then another video on Dharma. So that kind of gives away something if you think about it. So I have the screen set up. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be going into the living room for, the next video, or we're going to be staying here for both. We will see how the technology and resources fail us. Okay? I already told you all about that. Virtual people, so you do not need to worry about it. Now, I'd love to do an activity where we would be playing a ball game, and I would throw it around, and you would ask you would answer questions, and I would ask questions to you. We don't have the time. Okay? Because, I tend to lose interest, and by the time we get into it, I'm exhausted, and there's not as much memory left. So, we're going to be seeing those videos. Then, after we do that, we're going to be getting into the first chunk of reading, as the Kinkle Mill says. So we're going to be reading about Gandhi. Gandhi. Who was Gandhi? Why do we hear South Holland graduates mentioning Gandhi? We know what kind of a person, what he does. What was his achievements? What was his story? How did he impact the rest of the world? What was his legacy? And how did he potentially commit civil disobedience? So we're going to be learning all about him and how he contributes to the British, Raj, and the British East India Company, and learning about the Great Rebellion, and all of those things like that. Okay. That's all we're going to be getting to today. Does anybody, have anything to, say or ask or? Okay. And for those, if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat box, and fellow individuals will answer them, and I will look at them, and I will answer all those questions. Okay? So, now, let's get to it, okay? And I will, provide you with the pages down here. So I'm actually just going to, just kind of do it, so I'm just gonna, so pages, let's see here. I have a bookmark. So, 373 through 382. So those are the pages. 373 to 382. So we're going to be looking at page 373 today. Okay, yep, 373. So, exactly. Now, let's get to this. So, when I say India, you say what? You think what? What comes to mind when I say India? What is the first thing that pops into your head? Yes. Okay. Spices. Yes. Beautiful. Spices. If you think about all the different varieties of spices, you have all different colors and all different smells and all different flavors, like, turmeric, Indian gold, coriander, cumin. You have, Greek fennel seeds. Ora dal is another one. All of those spices. And spices are not only used to make Indian food have its beautiful, rich, vibrant colors and, very, very vivid and, bold, very just amazing, amazingly fabulous tastes, that are to die for, I would say. If you go, watch, Helpful Indian Flavors with Alamelu Bhairavan, She is usually a vegetarian. A lot of Indians, are vegetarian, meaning that they don't eat meat. And a lot of vegans, which also doesn't include animal products such as milk and such as dairy and eggs. I don't even like eggs straight, so I wouldn't be too worried about that, specifically. But anyway, so a lot of vegetarian type recipes. Spices, if you also didn't know, are used for your skin because they have a lot of health, chemicals, kind of, like a lotion that can make your skin look really, really, very neat and very beautiful, and also really help to soothe and make your skin healthy. They have a lot of health, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory components to this as well. So now we have spices. Is there another one? If somebody think of another one, I hope that you're doing this, people. Somebody think of another one. Beautiful. Taj Mahal. This may not be spelled correctly. So the Taj Mahal is the epicenter. It is the blueprint. It is the key building in India. The key palace. It is the most famous. When you think of India, think of India, besides the flag, besides the person living there. The building or the image for India would be the Taj Mahal. And, I would absolutely love to walk into the Taj Mahal one day and, into its dome and just, love the echo effect. And I just Indian architecture is absolutely stunning. And I just am a huge dome fan. So it's a very, very majestic and proud building that I certainly would not mind living in it. It's the royal building of India, and and a lot of Indian history takes place in the Taj Mahal. So that's a key thing to remember if you want to learn about the history and culture of India. And if you're visiting India, you have to go there. So anybody else have anything to add? Does anyone have anything? Quilts. Okay, I can see, where you're coming from with that. If you think about all the different, textures, all of the different colors, all the different shades, and all the different designs of all the quilts. India is a very artistic country, and I could picture like a